Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief keeps you informed about what's happening in Annapolis, Anne Arundel County, and Maryland. Local news, local sports, local events, local opinion, and, of course, local weather. Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief starts now.
Good morning. It's Tuesday, August 6th, 2024. This is John Frenaye, and this is your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief presented by Annapolis Subaru and the SPCA of Anne Arundel County. I'll tell you, I've had two great meals in the past 3 days, and neither of which were in Annapolis, strangely, but I wholeheartedly recommend that you check both of them out. On the Italian side, and I think I'm pronouncing this right, but it's Robiolina Amore. It's in the Lee Airport Shopping Center in Edgewater, and I'll tell you, it was fantastic. And the Farmhouse, which is actually the old Smashing Grapes, which is the old Green Turtle up in Gambrels, for some great American true farm-to-table food. I was there last night, and they officially opened today. Definitely want to check those two out. Anyhow, it is time for the news, so shall we? She was in, then she was out, and she was in again. And now she's out. For good this time, it seems. Annapolis Alderwoman Ellie Tierney is officially retiring from the Annapolis City Council effective September 1st, as stated in her resignation letter. Tierney, a Ward 1 Democrat, announced in May that she was retiring to move to Cape Cod with her husband, and her council term was set to expire in November of 2025. But with her departure 14 months early, the Annapolis Democratic Central Committee is going to appoint her replacement rather than have an election where the residents would make the choice. The selection process will start on September 1st, so if you are a Democrat and you have a momentary lapse of judgment and want to be an alderperson for Ward 1, get in touch with the Annapolis Democratic Central Committee. I think the Walk the Walk Foundation is probably the happiest nonprofit in the county today. The Annapolis-based nonprofit received a donation of 200,000 diapers from Huggies through the National Diaper Bank Network. Let that number sink in for a minute. 200,000 diapers. That's diapers for life for 29 kids. This is going to help the foundation provide free diapers to low-income families in Anne Arundel County. The foundation, which is all volunteer-run, relies on donations. They saw a 50% increase in diaper distributions last year, supplying over 250,000 diapers. With additional grants from local organizations, the foundation does aim to expand its operations. And I'll tell you, as any parent will tell you, kids are expensive. Hey, following up on that plane crash in Easton last month that claimed the life of an Annapolis man, Robert Merlini, the pilot, reported significant engine problems before the crash. And according to the NTSB, who is investigating the crash, preliminarily it seems like Merlini may have filled the auxiliary gas tanks and not the primary ones. So when the plane started to run out of fuel, he apparently did not consider that the tanks were empty. The full investigation is still ongoing and will take several more months to finalize. Last night when I was up at the Farmhouse for their pre-opening event, I noticed that Elevation Burger closed after 11 years of operation in that shopping center. They had great fast burgers and chicken, and I was really bummed that they were the only one nearby because it's sort of way up there and not near my home in Annapolis. But for right now, there's only two others in Maryland, Aberdeen and Hyattsville. And again, many thanks to all who continue to sign up for our daily news recap. If you're not receiving it, you are missing out. There is a link right here in the show notes for you, and feel free to forward it to your friends, family, and colleagues as well. Remember, it's free, it's short, it's sweet. It comes to your email inbox every night at 7 p.m., all without any pesky paywalls like some of those other sources. And as we start to close, today is Ticket Tuesday. And as I said last week, Rams Head On Stage went really overboard this month with my tickets, so I've got a whole bunch of them. In fast order, tomorrow, August 7th, the Idle Kings, and that's a Journey and REO Speedwagon tribute band. That ought to be a lot of fun. August 9th, the 60s Show at Maryland Hall. This will be a great one. We did a bonus podcast with them a little bit ago. Double Vision, which is a Foreigner tribute band, no surprise there. That's on Friday the 9th. Honestly Soul on Saturday the 10th. Or let's move into next week a little bit. Midge-Ur is up next Tuesday the 13th at Rams Head On Stage. So if you are interested in the Idle Kings, the 60s Show, Double Vision, Honestly Soul, or Midge-Ur, get in touch with me and you may be on your way. And of course, you do want to check out ramsheadonstage.com for all of the other amazing shows that are on deck, especially that 3rd annual Annapolis Songwriters Festival in September. I'm really psyched for that one. All right, that's a wrap. But first, a quick thank you to you for listening and sharing and letting your friends and colleagues all know about us, and to our sponsors for the Daily News Brief: Annapolis Subaru, the SPCA of Anne Arundel County, Solar Energy Services, and Hospice of the Chesapeake. So now I just need you to hang tight, because George Young from DCMDVA Weather is standing by with the only locally forecasted weather report you need, and I'm sure he is going to have a Debbie update and how it will affect us. All that's coming up for you in just a bit. Hang on.
Coping with advanced illness can be overwhelming, and determining the best options for a loved one isn't always so easy. But here at Hospice of the Chesapeake, your hometown hospice, we want you to know you do have a choice. You can choose exactly who provides the care and the type of care you receive, and it's your decision when and where your loved one receives that care. We have served our community, family, and friends for over 40 years. We are there when you need us. Learn how we can help at hospicechesapeake.org.
When you live near Annapolis, you know how fickle the weather can be, so you need a truly local forecast that's accurate and reliable. Forecast right here in Annapolis. DCMDVA Weather is not just for today, but for the rest of the week and the weekend too. Now here's George Young of DCMDVA Weather with the weather outlook for today and beyond.
Hey everyone, this is George with DCMDVA Weather, and this is your Eye on Annapolis forecast for Tuesday, August 6th. Yesterday brought more heat and humidity to the Annapolis region. Today will bring one more day of the same conditions before temps drop into more comfortable levels for a while. As rain chances return, look for highs today to again be in the 90s with heat index values of 95 to 105 degrees with a chance of PM showers and storms. Ahead of temperatures dropping into the lower mid-80s tomorrow through Friday, 4 p.m. highs, and possibly down into the 70s for the weekend, with a chance of rain each day Wednesday through Saturday or Sunday, especially Friday into the weekend as the remnants of what was Hurricane Debbie move very slowly through the southeastern U.S. today through Thursday, with the center of circulation ultimately likely crossing the Maryland eastern shore as a tropical depression Saturday afternoon or so, with very breezy winds and possibly moderate to heavy rainfall. Stay tuned for updates for that, but let's get through just one more day today of these hot conditions before getting some relief from one of the hottest summers in recent memory. Okay, that's it for today. This is George Young of DCMDVA Weather. Make it a great day out there today. Stay healthy and be safe. And be sure to follow DCMDVA Weather on Facebook and X each day for updates, along with the website at dcmdvaweather.info, so you can always stay weather informed.
Have you ever had to wait to get an appointment at the Apple Store? Skip the wait and the line at the mall by visiting Mac Medics in Severna Park or Lanham, where appointments are not necessary. Mac Medics is an Apple-authorized service provider. Mac Medics services all Apple devices, including broken iPhone screens and batteries, and all without an appointment. Most iPhone repairs are complete the same day and usually within a few hours. Mac Medics is also an Apple-authorized reseller and sell Apple products at the same price as the Apple Store. Visit Mac Medics in Severna Park or Lanham for Apple-authorized sales and service, and shop local. Don't wait for help. Call Mac Medics at 410-757-MAX, which is 410-757-6227. It's 410-757-6227. Or visit them online at macmedics.com.
Hello, energy consumers. This is Rick Peters, president of Solar Energy Services. Is all this talk of inflation making you uneasy? Me too, especially the uncertainty. How bad will it eat into my future purchasing power? Well, don't feel helpless, because solar energy can give you some financial control. By installing and owning your solar system, you can lock out electricity cost inflation by locking in your electricity price for more than 25 years. Many of our inflation-fighting clean energy systems offset 100% of the annual electricity demands. Customers frequently add electric vehicle charging and backup batteries to their solar projects, providing them inexpensive auto fuel and additional energy security for the home. Freeze energy inflation in its tracks by committing to affordable, clean solar energy. Call us today at 410-923-6090 or visit us at solarsaves.net. But don't wait another minute. Sunshine's a wasted.
Sunshine, sunshine, nothing else can make me feel so fine.
You've been listening to the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. Tell your friends and colleagues, this is the podcast where you can keep up on the latest with what's going on in Annapolis and Anne Arundel County. And don't forget about our website, eyeonannapolis.net, where you can find even more information. And make sure you follow us on Facebook at All Annapolis and on Twitter at Eye on Annapolis. This Daily News Brief podcast comes to you every Monday through Friday at 6 a.m.